You're so close to the thing you want, the promotion, the relationship, the goal you've been working toward for months. And then you do something to ruin it. You procrastinate. You pick a fight. You suddenly lose all motivation. And the worst part? You watch yourself doing it. Like you're standing outside your body, screaming at yourself to stop. But you don't. Here's the thing nobody tells you about self-sabotage. It's not a flaw. It's a protection mechanism. And your subconscious mind is running it on purpose. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your mind does this, where the pattern actually comes from. And I'll give you one simple technique you can use tonight, not to fight yourself, but to reprogram the belief that's causing all of it. Because once you see what's really happening, you can't unsee it. And that's when everything changes. First, let's get something straight. You're not weak, you're not broken, and you're definitely not doing this because you secretly want to fail. Self-sabotage isn't about willpower, it never was. Here's what's actually happening. Your subconscious mind, the part that controls about 95% of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, has one job: keep you safe. Not happy, not successful, safe. And safe to your subconscious means familiar. Even if familiar is painful, even if familiar is stuck. Your subconscious doesn't care about your dreams, it cares about your survival. And anything unfamiliar feels like a threat. But here's where it gets interesting. Think about the last time you got close to something you really wanted: a new job, a deeper relationship, a healthier version of yourself. What happened right before you pulled back? Maybe you suddenly felt exhausted, or you convinced yourself it wasn't actually that important, or you picked a fight with someone you love for no real reason. That wasn't random. That was your subconscious pulling the emergency brake. Because somewhere deep inside, there's a belief that says this new thing is dangerous. And that belief? It was probably installed before you were 7 years old. Sound familiar? Here's what Joseph Murphy understood decades ago. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you vividly imagine. It just accepts whatever gets repeated with emotion. So if you grew up hearing that money causes problems, your subconscious filed that as truth. If you saw your parents fight every time something good happened, your subconscious learned good things lead to pain. And now, every time you get close to success, your mind runs that old program. It's not trying to hurt you. It's trying to protect you from what it learned was dangerous. The program is outdated, but it's still running. But here's the part nobody ever explains. You can't just think your way out of this. You've probably already tried. Affirmations, positive thinking, telling yourself you deserve good things, and it didn't work. That's not your fault. Here's why. Your conscious mind speaks in words. Your subconscious speaks in feelings and images. They're speaking different languages. So when you say, "I am confident," but your body feels terrified, your subconscious ignores the words. It only listens to the feeling. This is why willpower fails, and why the right technique makes all the difference. So here's what actually works. You have to bypass the conscious mind entirely. Get direct access to the subconscious. And there's a window of time when that's easiest. The moments right before you fall asleep. This is what Murphy called the drowsy state. Your critical conscious mind starts to shut down. Your brain waves shift, and suddenly your subconscious is wide open. This is when suggestions actually stick. This is when you can rewrite the old programs, not through force, through feeling. And if you thought that was powerful, wait until you see how simple the technique actually is. But first, you need to know what belief you're actually rewriting. Because here's the thing, it's usually not what you think. You might think your problem is discipline, or motivation, or confidence, but those are symptoms, not the root. The real belief hiding underneath is almost always one of these. I'm not safe being successful. I don't deserve good things. Or, And this one's sneaky. If I succeed, I'll lose love. That last one is huge. Because if your subconscious learned that being different from your family meant being rejected, it will sabotage success to keep you connected. Wayne Dyer used to say something powerful. You cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside. And the inside? That's what we're changing tonight. Not by fighting, not by forcing, by gently showing your subconscious a new truth, one that feels safe. See, your subconscious isn't your enemy. It's been protecting you this whole time. It just needs updated information. It needs to learn that you're safe now. That success doesn't mean danger anymore. That you can grow and stay connected. That's not a lecture. That's a lived feeling. So here's what this all means for you, right now. Every time you've sabotaged something good, it wasn't weakness. It was protection from a threat that no longer exists. You formed a belief when you were young. That belief got locked in, and it's been running automatically ever since. But beliefs aren't permanent. They're just programs. And programs, they can be updated. You just need to speak to your subconscious in its own language, images, feelings, and the drowsy moments before sleep. So here's the actual technique. Tonight, when you get into bed, close your eyes and let yourself relax. Don't try to sleep yet. Just get into that drowsy, half-awake state. Then do this. Create one simple scene in your mind. Imagine yourself having already achieved the thing you keep sabotaging. Don't visualize the struggle. Visualize the result. See yourself living it. Feel how your body feels. Feel the safety of it. The ease. The normalcy. Like it's already your life. Hold that feeling for as long as you can. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. The key is the feeling. Let your body feel successful and safe. Do this every night for 21 days. That's how long it takes to create a new neural pathway. You're not fighting your subconscious anymore. You're teaching it something new. Remember where we started? You watching yourself sabotage the thing you want. And now you know the truth. It was never about willpower. It was never about discipline. It was about a program that was installed before you could choose it, and a subconscious that's been trying to protect you ever since. But you're not that child anymore. And tonight, you can start teaching your mind a new truth, that you can be successful and safe, that you can grow and belong, that the life you want is already yours. If this landed for you, if something clicked, hit that subscribe button. We go deep on this stuff every week, and I'll see you in the next one.